today is the last day of Rush, and I was getting ready, and I decided that I could do a get ready with me so I can kind of share a little bit more about KD5 as well as the Rush experience, and it also gives me a chance to explain my experience joining UW and coming into college and how that's going. So I already did a little bit of my lip liner, but I'm gonna start off with my eyebrows first and then go ahead and do my base makeup. I use the Anastasia eyebrow pomade. I've literally been using the same one for like 3-4 years, probably more. I kind of flatten the brush out a little bit and then I put a little bit of product on the tip, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start my eyebrows. I actually think I have a decent like natural shape of brows. Like they're already kind of like outlined, I just gotta fill it in. But I just go on like the bottom area there and then I just blend it out to the rest of my brow. I kind of messed up. I put too much product in the middle because I like to have like the ombre effect where it's like light and then dark, but it's okay. So I curved the brow a little bit towards the end and then I just kind of blend it out here in the video. That is one eyebrow filled in. I'm just going to do the other one and then conceal. I'm starting in the middle to get that ombre effect and just blending it out and then just curving it at the end. Also, I started to put a little bit of like red maroon eyeshadow in my eyebrows just because my hair is dyed that color right now. I'm going to be using the Modern Renaissance palette and I'm just going to dip into Love Letter and Red Ochre? Red O-C-H-R-E. I just fill in my brows just like I did before, but with eyeshadow, and I'm just blending it out here. Okay, so here are my eyebrows fully filled with eyeshadow and the pomade, and I'm just gonna go ahead and conceal with the LA Girl Pro Concealer. And same thing with the last brush, I just like flatten it out a little bit, and then I just conceal starting from the bottom section. Ooh. One thing that I wanted to talk about during the Get Ready With Me was kind of my experience finding my sorority as well as how I joined. So I'm in AKD5, which is an Asian interest sorority. We're the largest, fastest growing, and only international Asian interest sorority. I found out about KD5 when I was trying to figure out what sorority I wanted to join in, like during my freshman year. I knew that I wanted to join a sorority, I just wasn't sure which one, and as I was looking into like the Pan-Atlantic sororities, I was just kind of concerned that I wouldn't really fit in just because I am mixed and half Japanese. And then I looked into other options in terms of Greek life, and I saw that there was the Multicultural Greek Council. And the Multicultural Greek Council, which is MGC for short, kind of encompasses all of the cultural-based sororities and fraternities. And at UW, there's about 3, maybe 4 Asian interest sororities. So within those 4 sororities, I was kind of just looking through them and seeing which one kind of fit my vibe more. And so I ended up actually just rushing KD5 just because I was kind of obsessed with the Instagram, first of all. And since KD5 has just so many chapters all over the world, I knew that I'd be able to find connections in any state, and I just felt that that would be the best option for me. So then I kind of rushed, kind of like as a joke, kind of also serious, but just trying to figure out what I wanted to do in terms of a social community at UW. But I got a bid, and I am now a part of the Alpha Psi class, which is the fall 2021 class. During my process joining KD5, there was a lot of stuff that I was really clueless about in terms of Greek life. Like, I had no idea what a big is, or what a little is, what a twin, what a line sister is. There's just so much jargon in terms of Greek life that I just had no idea about, but I was super intrigued by it, and I think I really catched on to it, especially after I joined. And here I am just blending out my concealer a little bit more, just like that. I'm just so obsessed with everyone that I've met so far. I love my big, love my twin. I hang out with her like actually like every day. And I have a lot of line sisters who are people that you are in the same class with. I'm very close with a lot of them, and I hang out with them on a daily basis as well. And my class was a class of 13, and 13 is a pretty big class, so I had a lot of adjusting to do and had to kind of put myself out there to get to know everyone. But I'm so happy to have all my line sisters and my mama as well, and I'm just so happy that I had the opportunity to get to know everyone. And I would be extremely lost at UW if I didn't join KD5. The network at KD5 is just super extensive, and KD5 has given me the opportunity to expand into other clubs, and I don't think I'd be able to do that if I didn't join. Here are my eyebrows done. They look pretty good. They're a little crusty like in real life, but I'm gonna put some powder on it to make it look good. And for my base makeup, I just used the Fit Me Loose finishing powder. Liquid foundation always gets super patchy on my skin because I kind of have like a weird combination of skin. It's like oily but also dry. And I don't have too much acne, so the powder does enough coverage for my liking, so that's what I've been using. Just going in there. But in regards to like what you do in KD5, we have a bunch of events just like throughout the quarter. But we have a lot of social events throughout the quarter as well. So mixers with other sororities and fraternities. Now our philanthropy is breast cancer awareness, so we have a bunch of events and fundraisers to help fundraise for that as well. But overall, there's just a bunch of events that you are able to attend, so you always have something to look forward to like throughout the quarter and throughout the year. And especially during the end of the years, when we have a lot of our big events that are organized through our national board. That includes Spring Sisterhood as well as International Convention. Those are the ones where you get to travel. So you also have the opportunity to like explore and like go outside of UW, which I think is always essential because Washington is not the happiest state. So here is all of the powder on. Then I'm going to do some contouring, some bronzer, and then go ahead and do some baking after. I don't really have like a contouring or bronzing set. I just use this old Nubian palette from Juvia's Place, and I go in with like these two darker shades, this one and this one, and I just go back and forth and try to like chisel my face. So I just go like that. That was a little high. Just blend out through my cheekbone. When I contour like over the blemishes, like it looks kind of like ugh. I'm just gonna blend it out as much as possible. And with my nose, I just kind of go on the side a little bit, and then I just blend upwards. But moving on from just KD5 in general, I wanted to explain a little bit about the rush experience. So KD5 rush, at least for my chapter, is just essentially a week for you to get to know everyone in the chapter and for them to get to know you as well. But usually it's just like a fun activity for you to kind of bond with the actives and just like build special moments throughout rush. And a lot of the nights are also kind of craft-based, so you get the chance to, like, make new things as well. We had philanthropy night, which was, like, 2-3 days ago, and we got to, like, make little bracelets and beads. So I got to make this cute little phone charm, and I love it so much. It matches the strawberries, but I don't know, things like that. Like, rush is super fun, and it's just, like, an exciting time for you to just kind of do something fun, but also get to know a bunch of other people who you might have similar interests with. In regards to, like, my experience with rush, I feel like I was just, like, super on edge. I think definitely during my freshman year, I had a lot of, like, social anxiety, so it was just really hard for me to kind of push myself out there and get to know a bunch of people and also like hope that they like me back as well and give me a bid. And from the rushy perspective, it can definitely get really stressful, especially if you're rushing other organizations and don't know which one to choose. I feel like it just always works out at the end. Like I couldn't imagine myself in a different organization. I'm gonna go into baking now. I'm gonna start with my nose, just kind of bake that, and then go in with my cheeks. And for my sponge, I just used the one from Real Techniques. But yeah, if you are a rushy thinking of joining an Asian sorority or any sorority of that matter, I think it's just best to be your genuine self and you'll be able to find the organization that best fits with you and your personality. So there is the powder on my nose. I'm going into my cheeks now. I like to connect this like all the way to like my inner corner of my lip, if that makes sense. And I'm doing the same thing just on the other side, just connecting that line to the inner corner of my lips. I'm not sure if I mentioned this already, but I am the rush chair for my sorority, so I'm always handling like rush logistics and talking to rushies and making sure everyone knows like eligibility requirements and when events are and all that stuff. This year, especially because we're transitioning to in-person rush, it's been a super stressful time just like figuring out rush logistics in person just because there's so much more to rush when it's in person than online and Zoom. But I think that we've been doing a pretty good job. Like, our historian has been making a bunch of edits to make our Instagram feed more like cybercore, sci-fi, but it looks super cool. Also, I forgot to mention, but I'm using the Airspun powder. I think I'm just gonna bake my eyebrows a little bit because they look super patchy, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyelashes off camera. So here are my lashes fully on. It literally just makes the whole look a lot better. The bake has been set for a while now, so I'm gonna go ahead and wipe that off. Even though my contouring and baking wasn't like the best, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and do some blush now. I use this Japanese cosmetic brand for blush. It's very pigmented. I think it's just like a drugstore brand. Just gonna dip that in. And I just kind of blend on the cheekbone, and I'm kind of pushing it a little bit under my eye as well. But besides Katie Phi, I want to also talk about UW. So I lived in Washington during my senior year. So the University of Washington was pretty much like the easiest choice for me, just because my parents are so close to me still, and it's easy to go up and down if I needed to go back home for something. But I'm already admitted to the UW Foster Business School, which is super convenient because it's definitely very competitive to get into the major you want to get into at UW. I'm taking Intro to Finance, Intro to Marketing, as well as Intro to Information Systems. And in addition to the 3 classes I'm currently taking, I'm also doing a seminar class for CISB. CISB stands for Certificate of International Studies in Business, and you get to choose which country you want to kind of focus on in terms of business, and you meet like once a week to kind of talk about your country of study. I'm in the Japanese track because I wanted to pursue more Japanese business. I lived in Tokyo for a very long time, and I also have a lot of family there still, so I ideally would love to move to Japan after I graduate. In order to do that, I really have to kind of immerse myself with Japanese business as well as Japanese language. So that's why I joined CISB, and so far it's been pretty good, and the seminar is only about an hour and a half long, so it's not that much of a commitment every week. I'm going to do some highlighting now with the Wet n Wild highlighting powder in the Golden Flower Crown shade. This is also like multiple years old, but it's okay. Since this is winter quarter at UW, it's kind of the quarter where everyone is like going through it. Like seasonal depression is very real, and I didn't realize that until I experienced winter quarter at UW, and I was very unmotivated, just very lazy. Just to make sure like I had enough time to take care of my mental health, I wanted to make sure I took kind of a light, chill course load this quarter. So that's why I'm taking a bunch of intro classes, and so far so good. I'm not stressed at all. The courses so far have been more like lecture based and not like super busy work and homework, which I prefer. Even though I'm in Katie Phi in addition to a business fraternity and the Japanese Student Association, combined with my course load, it's not too bad. Like it's definitely an adjustment. But it's getting easier every quarter, and I definitely don't regret like joining the clubs that I've joined. This side is a little bit harsh, so I'm gonna try to blend it out with some powder real quick. I'm almost done with my makeup. I'm just gonna go ahead and line my lips with the NYX lip pencil in nude beige. Lip liner makes my lips look so much better, so I've been using this every day recently. And this shade is like the perfect beige color, and it's like really easy to blend with other products as well. Here I am just lining my lips. Sorry, I'm making like a weird face, but don't mind. I think I'm gonna go in with the Glossier Generation G lipstick because I love this lipstick so much. And this is in the shade Fuzz. But going back a little bit to like my academics, as a business major, I'm kind of pursuing more marketing. Ideally, I would love to graduate with the potential of working in some sort of marketing consulting field. I did a little bit of marketing consulting over the summer, and it was so fun. I'm definitely hoping to get more opportunities to explore marketing consulting, but we'll see. That's such a pretty shade, oh my god. But you can see like it just blends so well with the lip liner, and that's why I'm like obsessed with lining my lips recently. I was planning to straighten my hair, but I love the curls right now, so I think I'm just gonna keep it this way. I think this is the end of the Get Ready With Me, so thank you so much for watching. I hope this was a little interesting, just like getting to know why I joined Katie Phi as well as my journey coming into UW as well. But let me know if you guys have any questions. Make sure you like and subscribe. But I'm going to link all the products that I used today down below so that you guys can achieve this look as well. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!